Welcome to IamMelaninMagic.com, the YouTube channel also known as Tunisia's Locks, beauty tips and potpourri, because sometimes we do potpourri. We talk about things other than hair. Sometimes we talk about beauty. Sometimes we talk about relationships. Sometimes we talk about you. Sometimes we talk about empowerment. But today we're going to be talking about things that you can do before you go to get your retightenings. Okay, things that you can do that will make your life easier and will make your loctician's job more seamless. Okay, your loctician is charged with the responsibility of not just taking your payments, but keeping your hair healthy. Okay, she's also charged with the responsibility of exceeding your customer service, your customer expectations. Okay, she's charged with the responsibility of ensuring that you're satisfied with her service, because that helps her to grow her business. Okay, so she's doing a very important thing. She's taking care of your hair, and you need to be appreciative of that. You need to be grateful for what that individual does. Are you tired of struggling with hair growth and thinning strands? Release the magic in your locks and tresses with I Am Melanin Magic hair oils. Our premium blend of all natural ingredients strengthens, restores, and revitalizes your hair for maximum health and growth. Don't let thinning hair
straightened hair
brand. Upgrade your hair care game today. I Am Melanin Magic hair oils. A lot of times when people come into this lock journey, some people come in because they're tired of dealing with their natural hair. They may be people who've dealt with it for many years and they want to break, and this appears to be an easier style. Or sometimes people just are lazy. I'm going to say trifling, because when it comes to your hair, which is your crown, this is your crown chakra, this is your crown, there's so many beautiful things that you need to understand when it comes to managing, maintaining, and taking care of and beautifying this particular part of your body. And as a woman of the African diaspora, it's even more important that you understand these antennas are critical to your spiritual evolution, and they play a major role in not just the historical story and narrative behind your journey, but also they are a major reflection of what is going on with you at any given time. So a lot of people can come into this journey and they can feel like, I want to rest. I don't really like to do much with my hair. And so because of that, they come in with less of an intention to do the things that they need to do that are really their responsibility, that ultimately will safeguard their hair journey, and also while at the same time make their loctician's job easier. So whenever you go and sit down in that loctician's chair, they're just some very basic things. Three main things I'm going to talk about today that you need to make sure you're doing on a regular basis to make her job easier and to make your life happier. Because if you have a happy loctician, 9 times out of 10, you're going to have a better time communicating with your loctician. She's going to take you more seriously. She will engage you differently than the way she engages other clients, because people are human beings, and you have a synergy when you're working with your loctician, and that can be a positive synergy that can bring about good things and help you manifest your hair care goals or your lock goals. Or it can be a synergy that actually is counterproductive, one that is counterintuitive, and one that can lead to problems with the relationship and your hair long term. The first thing I want to talk to you about today is the detangling of your hair prior to going in for your retightening. Now, if your loctician washes your hair, you can still do this, because this will still aid in the detangling process so that your hair gets less tangled during the shampoo, and then your hair is better able to stay in the parts, to not intermarry or to get linked in or entangled with all of the hair around it. While you are detangling your hair prior to going in for your retightening, you will begin to also notice what is going on with each lock. So it gives you a chance to spend some time with your hair, especially if you're a busy person, and that's one of the reasons why you have this style, so that you don't have to be in your hair all day long, every day. It gives you a chance to have to sit with and be with your hair. So make sure you always detangle it. And what does that mean? If you're someone that has to wash your hair, you should detangle before washing. It's always ideal, but you don't have to. You should definitely detangle after you wash your hair prior to going in, because the hair will mat, okay? And that means she has to pull it apart. And if she's rushing, or she's, constrained for time, or she's expecting that you have already done this, or you should have already done it, then it's going to be problematic. So all you're trying to do is just go through. And I always suggest spraying some oil, because it's going to give your hair slide. And this is best done when your hair is damp after you have shampooed it. And this is best done 1 to 2 days, not the day before, 1 to 2 days, preferably 2 days prior to going in for your retightening. And you're just going to spray along that line, okay, or that part. And then you're going to give it, massage it in. Give it 2 or 3 minutes to begin to detangle. Now, that depends on what type of oil you're using. I don't know what you're using on your hair, but I use my I Am Melanin Magic Premium Blend because it has detangling ingredients in it. So what you could also do, and I suggest working with a small area at a time rather than doing the whole scalp. So you just run your hand through the grid, massage that area, and let the oil sit. And as you're doing that, you just gently can work it in around each lock and gently separate that lock, okay? And as you get further and further along the hair, you should be able to part it in different directions and feel the glide. Curled my hair, at least the front of it. And it's not enough to just comb through with your hands. A lot of people comb through. Okay, they just comb through. It's not enough to do that. If you want to make her job easier, what you're really going to want to do is gently just make sure you take 2 or 3 fingers and you work each lock. Some of them won't need any working at all. Some of them will need more than the others. Doesn't matter how many locks you have. I have almost 600 now. Probably, I had 584, I think, for a long time. And then when I knotted all of these around the sides and so forth, then I ended up having a little bit more. But then I did marry some too as a result of the knotting. Big mistake for my hair. But anyway, you're going to just go through and do what you have to do. The detangling, y'all, is very serious. Take the time to do it. Your hair will be happier. Your scalp will be happier. A lot of times, in addition to excessive and unneeded tension, one of the main trigger points for scalp irritation is the detangling of the hairs during the retightening process. The second thing is doing what she told you to do in between the times that you go in to see her. Doing what she told you to do. Now, you need to also make sure that whatever she told you to do is something that you buy into, okay? i.e., is this loctician someone that you can bring your concerns to and she will take them under advisement? Or will she just trample over what it is you feel you want to do with your hair? If you're someone that feels like you want to put oil on your hair, you used to oil your hair before you had locks, and you're going to keep oiling it after you had locks, and your hair needs it to help, make your hair more resistant and to counteract the strength and some of the at-risk practices. But if she's someone that disagrees with that, then what you're doing in between retightenings can become a cause for concern for her, or it can become an issue. And so you need to make sure, obviously, that the person that's doing your hair is on board with what you're doing. But whatever she has asked you to do in between, if she said, I want you to wash your hair every 2 weeks, and that makes sense to you, that's what you need to be doing. If maybe she's recommending that because of a scalp condition or something else she's seeing in your hair. If you're not sure, if she recommends something to you, always understand why. Always just simply say, and what is there something in, specifically that's causing you to make that suggestion? If she's telling you that she wants you to go through and shake your hair out every day, Okay, which if you do this in the car, as y'all know, you're going to see all kind of dust and stuff come out, whatever. You need to listen. If she says, I want you to use the Sisterlocks shampoo just for the next 6 weeks because I'm noticing that your hair seems to be a little soft and we need to roughen the cuticle, whatever it is, and I want you to use this particular formulation, go ahead and do it unless you have a concern that really contradicts what she might be telling you on a core values level, okay? The other thing that I'm going to suggest for you is before you go in for a retightening, have already examined your entire lock, okay, structure, your entire head. Have examined it, and if you have particular issues, simply mark those locks so that you can have a discussion with your loctician. Now, why is this something that's going to make our job easier? Because if there's a concern that you have, rather than let it fester and get out of hand, you're bringing it up early, you're having your concerns allayed, or you're having your concerns soothed, and you're giving her an opportunity to also have her attention on something that is a concern for you, which allows her to service you as a customer more efficiently and more effectively. So all that means is if you're having an issue with your hair, then just mark it. Mark that lock, okay? Whatever it is you need to do, mark the lock prior to going in. If it's a particular area or multiple locks, mark those areas. Okay, maybe you want to put a little band on it or a little ribbon. I typically will tie knots with areas that I have issues with. I have some locks here from, I still have been trifling, y'all. Still haven't gotten on it. It's 2 of them that they're combined. One is way over here and one is over here. And it's something I need to get someone in my family to take a look at, and I just have not worried about it because it's buried in the back of my hair. But whenever I'm dealing with my locks, I always will mark them. Sometimes I'll take a picture. A picture is worth 1,000 words, and sometimes if the way that you mark it falls out, you can find the general area through a picture. You can also, with a picture, monitor what is happening with that lock over the long term, especially if you notice that it's thinning in a particular area, or you notice some other inconsistency in the lock compared to other locks in that area or your entire hair. Just simply take a picture. So these are the 3 things that can be very important. They're not the only things. There are a lot more things that you should be mindful of, but these 3 things, making sure that you do your pre-tightening, detangling, making sure that you identify any problem areas, and making sure that you take the advice that your loctician has given you, but first make sure that you're aligned with it. If you do these 3 things, these things will make getting your retightenings a lot smoother. Now, notwithstanding getting there on time, being professional, paying and tipping, all those things hopefully you're already doing. You're with Tunisia Ali of IamMelaninMagic.com. Tunisia's Locks, Beauty Tips, and Potpourri. Keep coming back. I want to thank you for all of your love. I want to thank you for showing up and spending time with me today, and I will see you again shortly. Your lock journey is sacred. So is your growth. This isn't just a journal. It's a tool for self-discovery and personal evolution. With over 500 pages of prompts, trackers, and reflections to choose from, the Lock Journey Guided Journal helps you track your progress, stay grounded, and reflect deeply at every stage. Whether you're starting fresh or years in, this journal is your personal roadmap to transformation. And now, meet the Lock Reflection Cards, a simple but powerful way to mirror your growth and nurture your locks and spirit. They double as bookmarks, too. Neglect is a form of self-betrayal. Where am I neglecting my own needs? My hair reflects how I treat myself. What daily practices ground and strengthen me? My hair reflects my foundation. Your lock journey is unique. Honor it with the tools that grow with you. Grab your Lock Journey Journal and reflection cards today and start transforming from the inside out.